What effect will Donald Trump have on startups? There's quite a lot of stuff going on with politics right now. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about, is Donald Trump right? Should Donald Trump be president? Who got the most popular vote? Should Hillary have won? Should Sanders have won? I don't want to talk about any of that. What I really want to talk about is how will Donald Trump affect startups, and what effect has he already had on startups, the psychology behind it, what's going on in the country, and how it's going to affect you if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. Because I think there's a lot that's going to come into play. Regardless of your stance, he's a successful business owner. Okay, you can't really escape that. He might not be a politician, but he was a successful business owner. No matter what way you try and look at it. Yes, he's made some money. Yes, he's lost some money. But overall, I think we can all agree he's a fairly successful business owner. Now, taking that into account, I think that that's going to affect the way that people perceive entrepreneurialism. They're going to believe that, you know, you've got a guy that, yes, he was already born rich, let's not get that mistaken, but he went from rich to having multiple businesses, multiple successes, and then he became the president. And I think that's going to play with people's psychology, where people are going to be thinking, you know, the sky's the limit, you know, I can do whatever I want, I can achieve whatever I believe in. And I think that's going to have an effect on people's mindsets, the way that they're thinking, the way that they perceive being an entrepreneur. I don't think they're going to see it in the way that people used to see being an entrepreneur. So I think with, you know, that kind of mindset affecting people are going to be thinking about being an entrepreneur as different. They're going to believe that they can achieve new levels of success. They believe that, you know, anything's within their control. And I think you have to remember, he's had everything thrown at him, and it's still going on. You know, the media is completely against him. He's against the media. You know, it's a two-way battle. Let's not try and get away from the facts. But at the same time, you have to keep that in mind, is he still won. Now, okay, fair enough, you know, he didn't win the popular vote, whatever, but he still won, right? Like, there's no way around that. Like, he still won. Like winning a soccer match or like a football match and one of your team members got an own goal, it still counts. They still won. You know, so no matter what, he won. And that's going to affect people. They're going to believe, you know, I can control my own outcome. You know, if I work really hard, if I play by the rules, you know, if I play a bit unconventional with my marketing, then maybe I can get more exposure. I'm going to be able to get more leads and more sales. And that's so true. I think that it works. You know, the way that he was marketing himself. You know, he was getting a lot of free media coverage. And he still gets loads of free media coverage. He was using social media, and that's a platform that we all have access to. I think it's going to change the dynamic. I think more people, more business owners, more entrepreneurs are going to take social media more seriously. They're going to say, look, Facebook works, Twitter works, Instagram works, Pinterest works, YouTube works, because, you know, Donald Trump used them, and now look. With that in mind, these are free tools that you have in your arsenal. And not everyone utilizes them correctly, not everyone uses them correctly. You know, Facebook and Instagram and whatever, it's not just for pictures of your dinner. You know, you can gain a huge following and have real impact. You know, your social media can have real world effects. You know, if it's large enough, you've got a large enough following, then you're going to be able to communicate to a lot of people about your idea, your beliefs, what you're thinking, where you think the direction of things are going. And because of that, we now have more power. And that was kind of proven in the fact that, you know, Donald Trump didn't have the support from the media. You know, if we're going to be completely honest, completely unbiased, they were and still are against him. Yet he managed to leverage his social media in a way that's never been done before. You see people with big Instagram followings and big Facebook followings, and they mainly use it, you know, to promote or get, you know, sell sponsorships or whatever, which is fine. That's great. You know, if that's something that you can do, that's awesome. You know, go for it. But he used it in a completely different way, where he was like, I'm going to use social media to become the next president of the United States. It's funny in a way because it's kind of uncensored. You know, you can really speak your own mind. You can speak your truth. And again, this doesn't always work out for the best for him. You know, sometimes people wish he had a censor. But that's the great thing about social media, is it's true freedom of speech. You can really say exactly what's on your mind. You don't have to worry about, you know, is it going to be edited, and are they going to screw what I was saying, which, you know, the media still does, but at least he still has a platform in which he can speak, and if you really want to listen to him, you can. And that's something that was never really done before. I've never ever seen this done before. So you have to keep this in mind. Social media is so powerful, and I believe that entrepreneur startups now are going to start using social media completely different. They're going to start taking it a lot more seriously. They're going to start trying to grow much larger followings. They're going to realize that it has real leverage, it has real power that wasn't at first really understood. Even though before, I think everyone knew, you know, a big following, it can be powerful, you know, you can sell products, maybe get more subscribers, make more money, all this kind of stuff. But no one really realized just how powerful it can be. You know, in the last few years, we've seen things like WikiLeaks, and WikiLeaks has, you know, exposed governments, and then there's been revolutions, and then you've got social media helping Donald Trump become president. So keeping that all in mind, people are now starting to see the internet differently. They're now realizing that, you know, maybe the internet's where I should be going. I think traditional businesses now are going to start realizing that you can't just put something in the newspaper and hope that it sells. I think that people are starting to realize that you can't just put it in, you know, the yellow pages or a directory. You can't just put up billboards or posters. It has to be beyond that. You really need to be on social media. And I've seen so many more big companies moving across to social media platforms and really trying to take a huge impact in the last few years, because they've already started to realize there's something here, there's gold here, there's money here. And I believe that the entrepreneurs now of the future, the younger generations, they already know that. They were already born with social media in their hands. And a perfect example of that is there's one YouTube channel that's basically appeared out of nowhere, and they're making about $52 million a year. Okay, and they started, like, I think they said 2015. It's insane. And it's a 5-year-old. The main presenter's 5 years old. So, you know, keep that in mind. Like, these kids, they already understand these platforms because they're already watching YouTube videos. They're already seeing the cute pictures on Instagram, you know, these cute cats and dogs, and they're liking them, and they're understanding the social media world in a way that we could never comprehend because it wasn't there. You have to think, like, these kids now, they're born with these technologies. They're born with YouTube, they're born with Facebook, they're born with Instagram, they're born with Twitter. They know about selfies, they know the perfect angle, they know the filters, they know what they click on, they know what they like, they know about you know, thumbnails, they know about you know, clickbait. I mean, clickbait, just think about clickbait. That hasn't existed for that long, really, but it's already starting to shape how people are receiving their news. The news said that Facebook was one of the reasons that Donald Trump became president, because there were so many fake articles going around, and that was all around clickbait. So it goes to show that social media has a huge world impact, and I think that Donald Trump has proven that to the world. And I think it's now is the time that people utilize that for themselves. Now is the time for you to take control. You need to start learning more about social media. You need to understand how social media works. How can you generate more leads? How can you make more money? How can you use an online business to help you, your family members, maybe help support a local charity, even a global charity? You've got all these options open to you, all in front of you, on your laptop, on your smartphone. They're always there. But now it's down to you. Are you going to sit by and watch the next generation become extremely successful online? Watch the new way that business adapts and evolves and grows? Or are you going to be involved in it? Or are you going to be one of the success stories? You have to make a decision. Now, if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I drop videos all the time. I give out a lot of free advice. Make sure that you follow me on facebook.com/thetruealexj, and hit the subscribe button down below. Also make sure to hit that thumbs up button as well. There's a link in the description where we give you 1 hour free consultation. Even if you haven't got a business, we'll show you how to get your own online business started, show you how to make money. If you've already got a business, we'll show you how to take it to that next level. I look forward to speaking to you guys again soon, but in the meantime, peace.